Today we're talking about the Kingdom of Rwanda, a land of 1,000 hills. But you see, hidden among those hills was even something greater, a kingdom, a place where one crown ruled over 100 clans, where discipline was sacred, and where unity wasn't just a dream, it was law. Long before the Europeans came, Rwanda had already built something they claimed to bring order, to bring governance, and to bring a vision of one people under one system. It began centuries ago with Gihanga, the legendary founder. They said he brought fire, he brought iron, and he brought cattle, the three symbols of civilization. From him came Mwami, the king. He wasn't a ruler who was greedy, he ruled with balance and he ruled with guidance. The people moved like one body. Farmers, herders, and artisans moved like one body. By the time Mwami, one of the kings, rose in the 1600s, the kingdom was no longer a collection of clans. It was a machine, organized, disciplined, and very efficient. And then another king, Mwami, in the 1800s, Rwanda became one of the most centralized kingdoms of Africa. A small land with an iron will. A small land with a very strong sense of purpose. They moved together as one body, unified under one system. Then came the outsiders. The Germans saw a system that worked, that was efficient. And guess what they did? They ruled through it. They ruled through the king over the people. But after World War One, when the Germans lost the war, the Belgians took over. They looked at Rwanda's social layers, the Hutu, the Tutsi, and the Twa, and they carved them apart. They carved them into ethnic identities. Something the Rwandans did not really recognize at first. They might have been different people, but they moved as one body. And then the Belgians came and they just divided them. They decided who was superior and who was not. Imagine they issued ID cards to different ethnic groups. For what? And that's how you know it was intentional. They came with an intention to divide those people because they wanted something they had. We've been okay all along, and then you came from outside and you decided who was superior and who was not. It's appalling. So what had once been flexible became fixed. What had once been unity became suspicion. Rwanda's genocide did not start in 1994. It started the day the systems were weaponized against the people. Yes, look at Rwanda today. The same instinct for order, the same discipline, the same iron will, and the same sense of purpose. They used that to rebuild it from the ashes. Leaders with a vision, leaders with a sense of identity. And so the spirit of unity, the spirit of purpose, the spirit of a collective identity lives on in Rwanda today. Not in the palaces, but in the quiet determination of the people. The Kingdom of Rwanda reminds us that Africa did not need to be taught order. It needed to be left alone to live it. And that is the lesson that needs to be learned even today. If you look all around Africa, we have leaders with no sense of purpose, leaders with no sense of identity, leaders who have been battered mentally by oppression. So as we have gained independence, mentally we are still enslaved all around Africa. So we need to gain independence also mentally. And that is the purpose of this conversation we're having. Many more conversations like this need to happen. But until then,